Good morning. I welcome you and invite you to join me on a little stroll on this beautiful fall morning as we are approaching Gastovia. Naturally, you would be wondering, well, what do you want in Gastovia? What would anyone want in Gastovia? We are just looking for Alwin. We want to know what kind of, I guess, decision he has been making, as he seems conflicted to me. He seems like someone who really expects more from life than what he currently experiences. And so the question is he willing to take some risks, I guess? And we will find out if we can find him. But also, I am here on business, as always. We are going to try and sell.
Travelers of this realm are drawn to the bonfires like moths.
Oh, I think it may be a bit early. Hello.
You remind me of someone.
Who would I be reminding you of, I wonder?
Me how it is to live here. Good, bad. I believe it's
Ah, here's everyone.
Hello, traveler.
Lubos, you look like a grown man. How are you only
I've
14?
got to go.
an unfamiliar face. Welcome.
Oh. And you look a little older than 61, maybe. Gabroniga?
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, it's me. Hello.
Only
What
the
a...
best products here.
No. I don't want your products. You want my products. That's the deal. Here's some fish for you. I didn't catch it myself, but I assure you it's good.
Take care.
You too. Now, Alwin, I believe, should be somewhere in the field.
Ouch. Damn.
Just,
I don't think anyone will taste a bit of blood.
bit of blood. Sure. As usual, he is somewhere in this field. There he is. Let's see how he's doing. Hi. Alwin, what is new with you? You look a little different. I've been thinking a lot lately about what I'm going to do with my life and what I truly desire. And I want to try something new. I would like to learn how to shoot a bow. That sounds like a very serious life decision. For me it is. Would you help me find that hunter who sells bows? I don't know what awaits me along the trail, and you clearly know how to survive on the road. An unexpected journey, you say? Count me in. Great. Lead the way. We can also ask Falibor where the hunter exactly resides. Sure, let's go. Does it mean you're gonna follow me? Oh yeah, you'll follow me. Let's see if you can do this. Yeah, I knew it. Look, Alvin, that's a bad start. Just jump over the fence, man. It's not that high even. And if you fall, you fall. Anyway. So now we are supposed to go to Falibor, who lives in Borova. I'm still not sure how to pronounce the name. Maybe we will never know. You are pretty fast. But are you this fast? Come on, race across the bridge. Oh yeah, he's keeping up. Impressive. Oh wait, I'm seeing something in the top left corner that I do not really like. A symbol has appeared. A symbol that tells me that one or two of our animals are without food. And I would assume it is the pigs, because they're huge and they eat a lot. We have to take care of that. Now, which one of you is Fadibor? Probably you. Welcome! Yo, some time ago you mentioned that a certain hunter...
No, going to the tavern isn't one of them.
Alright. You mentioned that a certain hunter had bows for sale. Could you please tell us where we can find them? Yes, however, it's not him but her. The hunter's name is Gisela. She lives far to the west.
Snake in my shoe. They have absolutely no respect for privacy.
Who said that? She lives far off in the west, in the village of Lesnica. I've been there. That's where my favorite smithy lives. Our favorite smithy, I guess. Okay, thank you. Take care in the forest and on the road. I warn you though, Gisela is quite a temper. We will watch our backs. Thank you for all the advice. Great. So now we will have to run. I don't actually know if you can fast travel here. We're gonna have to run to Lesnica. That's what we have to do. So let's go. Our first adventure. I am dirty. Nice. Okay, we don't have the most amount of stamina. Alwin seems pretty fine. Must be all that field work. The solid workout. Thinking about that, back in those days, people wouldn't have understood the meaning or the concept of it. Because they were constantly life was a workout in itself. You didn't need a workout on top of everything. That would have been crazy to them. Imagine, like, oh, I should build muscles for I already have. Because that's how I'll survive. Are we maybe too far removed from real life? Could that be the case? I wonder. Well, apparently Alwin is not someone for small talk, so we have to make our own. I don't know, I can honestly say, living in the valley here, it has really inspired me to think about things. And to question things too. Like I said before, with the whole idea that somehow the end of December marks end of a year and the beginning of a new one. When it really doesn't make any sense in some way. Since, yeah, winter and spring and so on. I've said it before. And then there's so many questions that arise when you live in a village like this, where you are stacking buckets and buckets of water together because you don't want to, you know, fill the buckets every single day. But then what do you do with them if they are just, if the water is not clean anymore and you get sick? Well, then you have to find the right herbs. But then you have to know which one do what. And which are the ones that may cause harm. Or which are the ones that are actually helpful. And how do you know that? Well, you know that because someone probably died in the pursuit of finding out. And then the knowledge was passed on from those that survived. Something like that, right? In many instances. Or even about food that you can eat. Mushrooms that are not poisonous. What do we have here? Absolutely nothing. But are we going to run into trouble, is what I want to know. Well, there is an abandoned cart here, but I don't really see anyone else. No one to claim this fine wheat here. Yoink. Okay, but now we are kind of getting into the part of the forest where... Yeah, surprises may loom. Alwin, Alwin, you need to... Alright. Where's the guy with the arrows? You have to keep moving, Alwin. Where is he? Ah. Gives me some time here behind the tree. Oh. I don't really see him, to be honest. Oh, now I saw him. That was him. It was him. He himself, it was him. A weak archer. Yeah, I don't want even these stone tools. I'm not interested. Well, Alwin, you took this very calmly. I'm impressed. I have to say. But next time, just, you know, move a little. Don't just stand there. I guess that's really all they had here. Where's the other guy? The birds already came. 25 coins. And the cudgel, no, that was pathetic. I'm guessing that was the only... What was that noise? There are wolves here? How come I never noticed that? Oh well. Not really impressed with that. Interesting. This carriage apparently had some food in it, and that has now turned into rot. I'm a little worried about my starving animals, my pigs. But they will have to wait a bit. Random jump. And now crossing the field. Keep up, Alwin. Oh, he is doing pretty well. We are getting closer. But it is also getting quite late in the day already. The sun is already moving downwards towards the horizon again. And so we better keep moving. So what was I saying about living in these times? I guess it makes you appreciate life in a different way. And it's more... Well, first of all, it's much more about, you know, surviving or not surviving. Basically every day. And that struggle, it keeps you on your toes. All the time. Ain't that right, Alvin? Yeah. Alright, we can cross that bridge. And then we are almost there. Another card that was caught. Iron ore. Oh. I fell for it and grabbed the stone. Let's see. Any surprises here? No, it looks good. He's still following. But yeah, we're not gonna make it home by the time the sun actually goes down. So, gonna be a night shift. We're gonna have to feed the animals at nighttime. I hope they're not gonna be too mad. I don't know, that to me looks like an abandoned camp. Play mug. Don't need that. Alvin, don't stand in the way. Kinda getting hungry though. Now, didn't Folibor warn us about Gisela? Saying that she was,
Your mom
what?
is so fat that Wizens thinks she's one of them.
Haha. Hilarious. How do I get up here? Oh, okay. I am guessing inside this place. Theobald, my favorite smithy. How are you doing?
How do you do?
Most crucial time of the year. Autumn is the summary of our hard work and preparation for the upcoming winter. If we succeed, we will survive and celebrate together. Indeed, that's how it is.
See you
Couldn't
around.
agree more. Now you must be Gisela. What do you want? Oh, hello, my friend. Alwin here would like to buy a bow from you. Did your friend lose his tongue? No, it's not like that. I'm more of a talker than he is, just. You both get on my nerves instantly. You're a perfect match, no doubt. Now, let's quit the jabber, lads, and get to the point. Show us your wares. Good, now you're hitting the right note. Let's make a deal. Great. What? I'm supposed to talk to him. She seemed annoyed and probably didn't kill anything in a long time, or anyone. I guess I'll have to go back and change clothes now. What? She's intimidating. Probably eats bears for breakfast. We already have a bow. Experience will come in time.
smells divine.
Here, take this, a few arrows from a recent acquisition. It's for helping me. Again. No problem, anytime. What, so that was it? That's what I came all the way running here to? For? Why? Because? Okay, I'm going home. I have some animals to feed. Wait, he's still following me? No, I guess he stayed here. I'm not sure what actually happened there. So she was annoyed, but she was willing to make a deal about the bow. And then what? He's staying there overnight to go on a hunt with her. That was easier than expected actually then. You know, by now, whenever I see any structure ahead in the forest, I'm already thinking it's another bandit camp. They seem to be multiplying recently. Since we just seen 2 even today. And speaking of, now we are about to see the biggest bandit camp of all of them. The lake village. Well, that is if we're actually reaching it before the sun completely disappears. We must be exhausted. And there it is. Now, of course, I have put in some work off recording, and I have kind of managed to bring the houses all up to scratch. So we now have all of the houses that people actually have to live in made of stone. What are you doing? Well, as long as you're comfortable. Actually, I wanted to check anyway. I'm pretty sure it is the pigs. Yes. The poor animals. Let us fix that. After all, I mean, that's why we had the harvest this year. And it was a rich one. So, animal feed. Let's make, I don't know, 100. Or 101. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Alright, let me continue with my thoughts then. So yes, we have brought up the houses up to scratch in terms of turning them all into complete stone houses, which means that they will definitely stay in good shape throughout the winter. What we have not really managed to do yet is to insulate the walls. That is a bit of a problem right now because we cannot actually generate enough limestone to do that, which is sad. And there are not really many choices. I mean, technically, of course, if I wanted to, the 2 choices I have would either set up another excavation shed. That would mean hiring at least 1 more villager. Not really something I want to do right now. Or I would go to a neighboring village with someone who either works the mines or does excavation themselves, or is at least a blacksmith. Actually, no, blacksmith, I don't think they would have limestone. But someone who works the mines will have limestone, as that usually is a side product of harvesting.
It's time for a beverage.
Rocks, I guess. Yeah. and then buy some. But even if we buy everything that they have, which probably we would not be able to carry home, that would still not be enough to insulate all of the houses. So I had to make a kind of a priority choice, and my choice was that since we
I
have
haven't been drinking enough today.
right, since we have one happily married couple who are also expecting a baby, I naturally have decided to insulate their house first. Not completely, but I think I've managed a third of the house, which already does make a difference, of course. I don't think I want to wait all the way.
I haven't been drinking enough today.
Yeah, you haven't been drinking enough. We get it. I was about to give him some meat, but I don't want to do that. Now, the pigs are going to wake up to a nice surprise. A filled up trough. You say trough, don't you?
I'm dying of thirst.
Yes, he's dying of thirst. So dramatic, as always. Now the rest of the animal feed we will simply put into the resource storage for it to be... What did I do with it? Where did I put it? Oh, I just inverted it, okay. Put it here so that anyone, either the chickens or the pigs, can choose. Now we cannot go to bed thirsty.
I
That
could
is not-
really do with a drink.
Yes, we got it. Here we are. There's no time to bathe. I mean, there is time to bathe. What am I saying? Now I'm wondering, does Lesnitsa have also a miner? Can I see that on the map? No, there's no way. No, this only shows my own buildings. Not the buildings from the other people. Okay. Good night, Nieva. And thus we wait the next day.
Have you
And
ever
this-
wondered what a world without kings would look like?
A whole world without kings? What are you saying, woman? But yeah, you can see here. This is the house, this is Berta, anyway, who is definitely showing signs of a small belly. Aren't you?
How do you do?
How are you doing? How's my new villager in the making? Coming far too soon. And there's still so much work to be done before it's arrived. That is true.
Take care!
I'm taking care. Okay. As usual, I would hate having to go empty-handed. Perhaps, well, there's a little more fish that we can sell. Fish meat goes for 10 a piece. I'm pretty sure if we fry that, it goes for even more. And since the kitchen is yet free, let's make an attempt here. So roasted fish meat. Let's make, I don't know, 30? 35? Yeah. Yeah, so now there is a bit of a vacuum. We could just invite a few more villagers and expand on our resource gathering in general, whether it's wood or stone or whatever. We could do that. But I don't know. I don't want to expand too quickly. Not really my style. And yeah, the vacuum that I mentioned before. Did I just mention that in my head or did I say that out loud? Let's say I said it out loud. So this vacuum that is kind of occurring right now is that we have a long ways to go to unlock certain things that we kind of need to really meaningfully progress. For example, the mine that we need to establish at some point. I know where to establish it, I know what it's going to give me, but I just simply do not have the knowledge yet. I'm not allowed to build a mine. The same goes even for the... Sorry. The second level woodshed. Which is even... yeah, a bit further away. I mean, it's getting closer, but it will take a while. And so we have to find a way to meaningfully fill that time. And I don't know yet how to do that. Apart from helping Alwin. Oh. And thus we have unlocked the sewing hut number 2. Ooh. Wait, now let's see. Now that we have the dried fish meat, where's the roasted fish meat? Right. Yeah, this has gone up in value, right? I think so. So now we are carrying a meaningful amount of tradable goods. And we can go back to Lesnica to see whatever Alwin did, I guess, during the night. Not really sure. Maybe she didn't even bring him back from the hunt. Maybe he didn't make it. Anything could happen. Oh no. That is an unlucky moment. But I have to immediately switch out the battery from my headset. And of course, I have recently cut my nails, which does not help. But it is a quick switch. Usually. Unless I am not smart enough to apply the lid properly. Yeah, the life of being a YouTuber, not easy. Is that what I have become actually? A YouTuber? Do I have to change my business cards now? Oh no. It's probably too early. When are you a YouTuber? Are you a YouTuber when you are doing YouTube? At all? Are you a YouTuber when you are monetizing your videos? Are you a YouTuber when you can actually live off of YouTube? I'm not sure. Hang on a second. Did we... Oh well, it's fine. I wanted to find out if there is a miner here. someone who works the mines, not a miner. And there is.
I believe we haven't met before.
Damn, must be very dusty in those mines.
I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Uh-huh. So, for example, as you can see here, this woman is indeed selling some limestone, which is great. We might take some. But again, it is not going to make a meaningful difference in the pursuit of insulating anything. But we're going to take 18 pieces. We are also going to take some tin ore, much as we can, I guess. Ooh, that's too much. And then in turn, you can have the roasted fish meat. Not gonna be a huge amount that we're making back, but we're not starving.
Farewell.
Farewell too! But now, I am going to use the money that we have and quickly get to Alwin. Because I just simply ran in the wrong direction. I mean, when we left, he was here in Lesnica.
Ah, you have returned.
Has your voice changed? Strange. Now, take me to Gastovia. Take me there. Oof. Alwin is already back in the fields. And I am heavy. I'm not even sure if I can jump. I can barely climb this hill. Oof. Oh, Alwin, where are you? Why are you working the other field today? Let me jump. Thank you. Oh, yeah, he's working the field that is the furthest away. What are you growing here? Alwin. Hi. Oh, I can see some fire in those eyes. What are you thinking about so intensively? You are not mistaken. I plan to build an archery target. Do you want to help? Sure. Do I have a choice? I will ignore this question. I can get us straw without any problems, but we could also use some logs and a hammer to build it. You don't need to say anything else. I'll be back with the rest. That's very inconvenient right now because I am already overloaded with stuff. And if I bring him 5 logs, that is definitely going to push me over the edge. So no thanks. We're not doing that. What we are doing is we are losing our breath. Oh my god. This man needs some stamina. I wonder if it makes a meaningful difference if you actually use those potions for, I don't know, let's say extra stamina or extra carry weight. I think I've actually unlocked a potion of strength. That is something I could make, but I'm not sure if it's gonna help me with carrying heavy things actually, even though that would suggest kinda. Okay. And then now the last few meters before we can make it home. And then we Yeah, I guess we're just gonna insulate the house completely. The one that Berta lives in. Oh, okay, so some people may be wondering, what is that new symbol on your compass here? This trumpet with the attached little herald sign. So literally that's what it is, the herald. So kind of like a... how would you describe him in modern terms? Like a secretary of the state, maybe? I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, he is someone that sort of represents the king and goes around, and if you in-game want to talk to him, he can tell you a few things. He can tell you what the king thinks about you. You can find out how old the king is. Perhaps even something about his reputation. And when he appears, so when the symbol is on your compass, you can also take little quests. Well, they may not be so little sometimes. Quests that are going to bring you favor with the king if you complete them. But they can be quite demanding, so I'm not really too keen on taking such a quest on as of now. But we may. We still have a few days to go in autumn, and so he may even be there during winter time, I'm not sure. Now, let's add some insulation here. We actually have a decent amount here, so we can do a good job. We can do one more wall. Let's do the one with the window. Alright, that even takes less limestone to insulate. So there's actually only one wall left. But it's progress. And now we can see, if we check again real quick, here immediately, Berta and Negoslav, their happiness is massively increasing. Right, so the combination of a stone house and then insulating it is the key factor in positively affecting their mood. And again, mood is tied to their productivity, so the higher their mood is, the more goods they will actually produce, aside from their skill, which is the kind of main deciding factor in this. I don't know if this also plays a role in how quickly they can improve their skills. It might. This is kind of, it would probably then be partially down to the mood that are going into the work. And the other part is clearly if you have, let's say, Negoslav here as a hunter, if he is working under 100% workload, then his skill is going to improve the fastest. But if it's only 50%, it's going to be lower and so on. You get the point. And I also have the tin, which I would like to immediately turn into bronze. Yeah, but first craft the tin bars. I think we still have some in storage, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed we do. And now we can craft some bronze bars. Beautiful.
The village is slowly.
So busy. Yeah. So stone, iron ore, bronze bar, tin bar, and wheat. Everything stored. And here, if we take a look, we actually have 4 bronze bars now in storage, a copper bar, I have some iron ore, even an iron bar. Not that I can make anything with iron yet, but soon. And we also have 15 tin bars. A decent amount. Meaning that we could make a few more bronze bars should the need arise. This is kind of becoming a problem, and it is only going to scale up. So for every new worker that I now bring in, let's say, I don't know, another hunter, they require knives. And obviously a stone knife will work, but it will not last more than, what, a day or two, I would guess. And then it would have to be replaced. And copper will last a little bit longer, bronze even longer, and iron, well, then you basically don't really have to worry for quite a while. But this is not where we are now, and currently we are in fact only producing a very few useful things here. I might actually have to check on this. This is already showing me some kind of warning. What is it about? The woodshed is without a tool. There you go. So here we already have a good reason to make a bronze axe, for which, yeah, we have the money, we can do that. I am pretty sure I was crafting a copper axe as well. Maybe that one has already been used as well. Used up. Possible. But anyway, now we have 2 bronze axes. Actually 3. Because I have one in my inventory as well. Is there really no copper bar, copper knife? Oh yeah. But we have 5 copper knives left, so that should be fine for now. And now we're going to see that symbol disappears again, because the woodshed is again able to cut the wood down. The trees, anyway. Okay, one more thing, I guess, before we conclude this episode. I've decided that once we move into the winter season, I am going to cease operations here with the fishing hut. This is sort of kind of a small challenge that I'm going to put on myself, because I think it is neither... I mean, sure, there is winter fishing, so it's not like nobody does it. But it's obviously a little more difficult, and we may not have the tools or the knowledge yet to do it. At least in this first year of having the fishing hut. And so I'm going to kind of artificially limit myself in the amount of food that we're going to have available for winter. I think it makes it more interesting because in general, now that we have a few fields set up and we have a steady meat income and also fish, it is fairly easy to feed all the mouths in the village so far. Including our own, even though I keep forgetting. Fixed. So yeah, let's conclude the episode with yet another view from the top to see what the village has grown into. Here we see the combination between kitchen, next to it the food storage a little bigger, and the largest building is the resource storage. And here, sort of in a healthy angle, the pigsty and our dear flax field, or at least usually it's the flax field. I have also moved these buildings a little bit, so to be, first of all, further apart. This may not be their final position. We're gonna have to figure that one out. Whoa. So here we see the lake village from the top. Yeah, It's not overly spectacular. Maybe even you could say I kind of feel that way. Looking from this angle kind of reminds me a bit of Banished. If anyone has played that. It had this similar kind of brownish tone from all the houses. All the buildings kind of look the same from the top, which, I mean, makes sense if you're using the same materials anyway. And so, yeah, takes you back. I mean, Banished was a game... When did I start playing Banished? I think 20... I'm not even sure. 2012? Yeah, not sure. Let me know if any of you have played Banished yourself. If you know what it is. If you don't, it's... I think it kind of opened up the genre for such kind of medieval style strategic village building survival simulator. Yeah. I remember Banished was quite difficult. You really had to have a plan. You really needed to plan ahead and think carefully about the circumstances of life in a medieval village. And if you didn't, then you would very quickly find out what the problems are if you mismanage or poorly plan ahead. Let's put it that way. And yeah, Banished was usually from this kind of top-down perspective. Anyway, I'm getting, for some reason, I'm getting carried away in this. All I wanted to say is this is the lake village as it looks right now. Not that much has changed. I'm going to think and maybe even plan ahead a bit, and then maybe next episode we're even going to help Alwin to craft his little practice target to improve his bow skills. Yeah. So until then, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. This is... Wait, is this episode 20? It might be. I forgot to count again. And certainly lost track already. So... Yeah, to be honest, I kind of already feel an itch to maybe start up a second series. Where maybe I'm going to be recording 2 sets of videos. Of course, we're going to continue Medieval Dynasty. But I sort of want to also dabble with another game that I actually only very recently started playing during the holidays. And it's a very, very different game from this one. Even though, I mean, it's similar in terms of kind of building. But yeah, just in general, a totally different style of game. And so if you maybe come across such a video on my channel in the next days, don't be alarmed, don't be surprised. I'm not giving up on Medieval Dynasty. I'm just branching out. Alright. Enough of that. Now, again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day or night, whichever it is for you, and see you next time.